Good morning. There's a few things I wanted to start with in one of the designs I cannot find. That when you're coming down, I mean, this is just, you have to imagine this until I find a design. But coming down from the top, okay, this is inverted. Coming from the bottom, it's inverted again. It becomes G and E, 7 and 5. Okay, 7 and between 5, that's 6. You notice all the letters are next to E, the E world and the A world. The A world is the opposition and connection to the E world. Here is a cube. See the cube inside the cube? Although you see standing pillars, this is turned on an angle sideways, encompassing all of this. Okay. Here is your upward. We're not going to count your downward right now. I'm just getting into basics. You want to talk about prime numbers? 47 is a prime. Well, 6 is an entry to that prime. There's an equation that will equate all primes in perfect numbers. For example, 5 times 5 is 25. 7 times 7, the same E and G that we're putting together, equals 49. 49 and 25 is 74. That is the heart. That is the heart of the gateway. And the reason it is because of the numerological calculations and the placements of numbers, which is in order in the center of 2, 5, 8, 11. Okay. In 2, 5, 8, 11, the area of 5, 14, 23, 32 equals to 74. 2, 11, 20, okay, 29, okay, equals to a total of 62. The difference is 12. The next number after 74 is 86, so 258 actually equal to 60 plus 2. The 5 area equals to 69 plus 5, and the 8 area equals to 86 minus 8, 78 plus 8, equaling to the gateway plus the heaven. The E world equals to 69 rotation plus the 5 electronic world. The in-between, the 1/4 life to all, because it took 5 to put everything together. And then the next section is the 2, which is equal to 60, which is on the clock, now equals to 54 through the sun, and 56, the other end of the sun. Remember the spectrum, okay? Remember the sides, this side and this side. If this side is 21.6, and this side, the half-life, add 9, okay, is 225, 22.5, and this side is 23.4. The distance from this side all the way to the dog leg, okay, is 684. Okay, that's Pluto life. The middle is 225, 15 times 15, landing on Mars. And this side over here is 66.6 plus 23.4 equals to that angle. The next page we're going to go into, okay, and this is about bits and pieces, is the in-between, because it's all formation. If you have, depending on the angle and what you're doing, if I'm dropping something straight down, I'm dropping it between here and here, picking up this angle over here. At the same time, I pick up the slide in between here and here. 4, 3, 2, 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, 5. 1, 2, 3 extended. So the actual middle point is between 23 and 32. 454 is the IT system in the sun. 595 and 1776 equates to that. Einstein, Neptune, and all these numbers and the numerological values that I have calculated to perfection, because they are perfect. They're mathematical numerological calculations. They're equations that equate the planets and stars and time and everything else. Einstein said it himself. He was the man of relativity. And Nikola Tesla, he put all that electric together with all these numbers, okay, in particular to all the sciences that are out there. So I'm going to just hold on a second. And according to separation and the theory of relativity, we have separation in this fact. A goes in the center. There is no other A, okay, until we get to empty. The C area is empty. And then we get to 7. A and G are the first 2 areas. After that, we come over here. We get G, an empty area. C and G, 7 and 3, the Christ, it is empty. Then we get to 21, the cube, between I, and I. 9 and 9, 18. 9 and 9, 18. 18, 21, 18. 39, 39, the sky system of Saturn. We start at 17, we end at 25, Earth. The gateway to Earth. This one will link everything together. This is your 11. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, all the way to 36. This is your 1/2 board. This is where roulette comes in, and the difference between placing red and placing black on every one of the numbers. 36 red, 34 red, 32 red, 30 red. 28 black, 26 black, 25 red, 23 red, 21 red, 19 red, 17 black. 16 red, 14 red, 12 red, 10 black, black, black. These two cornerstones, Q and Z, come together. 28, style of the moon. What's in between? Why is it K? Why is this row K? A, B, C, D. K is because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 empty spaces, 21 field spaces, 15 and 21, O and U. Now, why do I have K here? I can't remember. Yes, because the first row is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. That's why we have it. I'm skipping. Now, in this row over here, okay, here we have a pin in this. The G is counted over here. Nothing is counted here. There is counted here. 21st letter is counted. The U is counted over here. So we count A, we count G, and we count U. Over here we don't count it, then we count the next level, K. The next one would be L, and that's where the world would come in. There's a whole bunch of areas also. I'm just trying to figure out where they are and what the calculations are. Here's part of the star system. If you take a look at these lines, these two boxes connect, these two boxes connect, these two boxes connect, these two do not connect. In this line over here, these two boxes connect. Okay, in fact, it's the same one, but I'm showing now, here's 2, the split of Venus. Here's 4 Venus, 1/2 Venus, 1/4. But this is all of Venus because this is all that separates the two sides. This is the above left, the bottom right. 2 empty spaces and 2 empty spaces. The corners will be red, the empty spaces are black. Here's the star system again. These 2 corners are empty because the line does not go there. These 2 corners are empty because the line does not go there, and these 2 spaces are empty because the line does not go there. Now, and these 2 spaces are empty because the line does not go there. 7, 7, 7, 7. Those are the calculations. Now, I'm jumping all around, and I want to show you pi to the gateway of 7. Pi to the gateway of 7 instead of 3.14159. Pi would become 463622512. This is memory, right over here. Your birth and memory, the second sun, memory. 6362125, 1.25, and this is your communication, 2 and 3. Okay, your delta angle. Inside of the 7th gate. Now we want to calculate, we calculated everything, right, to 10, plus 7 over here. Now we're going to go 3 times pi. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 4, 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 3 times 9, 27. 9. 3 times 2 is 6. Becomes 3, 3, 3. 6, 9, 6, 9, 6. 9 and 2, 8 and 1 bring us to the 7th world. This one brings us to birth. This one brings us to the center. 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 plus 0. 7 plus 9, the birth inside this area. That's your half birth inside that area because it calculates to that. Now I want to bring things back from here to here. Here's the same way. Remember, you have the outside here and the outside here. In between, you have the in-between of the outside. This box over here shows the center of everything, the center of everything, the center of everything. 1 is on the outside, 1 is on the outside. Do not count this. We start at 1.5. We start at 1.5. Everything is in between pieces and parts, and we put things together. That's the way it is, and I can't give you an exact number of anything because there is no question to promote my equations, the perfect equations. If you want to know where PHI is right over here. It is the day. Okay, 16 hours and 8 hours. There's a link between day and night. Take a look how these numbers work. Top numbers become the first one, to the first one, to the first one, to the first one. The bottom number become the second one, to the second one, to the second one, to the second one. Splicing together. 19 and 31, artificial intelligence, altered current. The total here is 12, 1 and 2. Remember what 1 and 2 do. 1 and 2 bring 5 and 6 over to 7. 1 and 2 bring 8 and 9 down to 7. So 8 and 9 and 5 and 6 go together. So 9 and 5 go together, 8 and 6 go together. In the game of craps in the casinos, they give those two numbers. 5 and 9 get odds of 7 to 5, and 6 and 8 get odds of 7 to 6. Do you tell me that the perfect creation of the gambling percentages are not calculated in creation? Are you kidding me? I'm not sure what equation is this, but this is where the time clock comes in. Remember the four corners of time. Everything else is in between time. 4 times 2160, the moon, okay, equals to 8640. 8640. 8640 times 3 equals the Mayan count of 25,920. The rotation of the Earth of 8640 of the first calculation, 4 times the moon, minus the size of the Earth, comes to the rotation of 720 for the half-life. That's another piece, or another marvel. You ever think of Times Square? How is Times Square? Times Square, pieces and parts. We've shown this 1,000 times. 5775 and 2002 bring us to 7777. 15, 5 and 5 is 10, 1. 7 and 7 is 14, 5. 7 and 7 is 14, 5. 5 and 5 is 10, 1, 5, 5, 1. Remember that 5 and 9 we had together before? Well, 5 and 9 go right over here, bring us to the 10-10 world. 21, 12. 1 and 1 is 2, 5 and 5 is 1, 5 and 5 is 1, 1 and 1 is 2. This is both Mars. 33 times 47 equals to that number. Now when we bring down the same number, 5775 and 1551, Mars and G and E, remember those two letters, G and E? Okay, because those are the two letters creation inside the moon of artificial intelligence. How come? 3 times 19, 3 times 25. Artificial intelligence, the moon and the Earth. Double it, we get 9 lives of the cat. Double it, don't forget there's a 0 here, it's 840. There's a 0 because they link. Becomes 84, 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, becomes the gateway, back to 57, the energy that runs through the moon. Here's where your G and E will pick up, between the bottom and the top. I'm not sure what else we get. We keep going on with numbers. Total time, 51, 51, in between 234 and 234. Multiply it, it becomes 24. Add it, becomes 19. The numbers, when you multiply it, okay, 4 times 3 times 2, okay, is 24. 24 minus, the 9, minus the 9 equals to 15. 15 and 24, okay, equal to the X and the O inside the game, one side of the fish. Now, I'm not really happy with this video because I'm not getting to every point I wanted to make. One of the reasons we have to remove things, because if we loop a cord on each end, right? We loop a cord on each end, right? Is the cord going backwards? Twisted and going backwards is the same cord? Or is it the loop part of the cord? So if you have 12, right? You have to take off 1 here and 1 here area. 9 and 9 is half. If 9 and 9 is half, it's because we have to fold it and make it half to make it whole of the round. Looping the string. These are obligations. I don't know what all the areas do, but if I start off this area as 5, I go 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I take a block like this and I put 1 here, and I put 1 here, and I put 1 here. There's 4 of them. But now the corner blocks. The corner blocks will bring these 2 blocks together. The corner block will bring these 2 blocks together. The corner block here will bring these 2 blocks together. The other thing we also have to remember, that when we're building, is what one side does to the other. Just give me a second. I'm looking for the picture design. Okay, here's one of the designs. When I put this design here and I put another one up here, okay, that'll be 2. The space left over between these 2, I would put 1 here is 2, 1 here is 3, 1 here is 4. In order to get this 90 degree to work after I complete this arrowhead, okay, I must link this side with this side, creating the B in action. If we want to go and talk about the loop, where is the loop? The loop is the R letter, which I have I'm so far behind because I don't want to tell you why. I'm missing books. I'm missing office supplies. Here's your two loops, your 6 and your 9, right? Here's your R letter. The head is the R. You put a line straight through this. You have an R to the left and R to the right, bent over backwards for you. This is the R letter, loop to looping the R. Here is your time section, okay? Understanding how everything is built. Everything has everything has a reality. This is the numbers 3, 4, 7, and 6. These are the inside numbers to your. Do I have my calculator with me? Yeah, I do. It's probably in between a page somewhere. Here's the calculator. If you take the number 6 over right here, okay, see where the 6 is? I'm not talking about this number 6. I'm talking about 6 that goes between 5, 6, 7. See the 5, 6, 7 here, right? This 5, in between the area space here is the 6, and here's the 7. Down here's the 4. This here, this empty space, the empty space here, 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 and here is the empty space where the moon goes. And these are where these numbers go. We connect all these numbers together, and these are their rotations. 4, 5, 7, 8. The 6 is right over here. 4, 5, 7, 8. The 6 goes here. See this one over here, 7? You have 5, 8, 6, 9. 5, 8, 6, 9. The 7 goes in between. Here's the 3, 1, 2, 4, 5 with 3 in between. 1, 2, 4, 5, 3 in between. This is the way it works. Here's your pillars, your mug and dovet. Here is your balance between two sides. Remember, if there's balance and you need to do this, we need nothing underneath so we can continue balancing. Okay? Inside your 7286, we're not going to get to that right now. Inside, this is, you see this part here? This is what comes apart in the pool balls. There's a top and a bottom to a pool ball, right? There's something in the sandwich, what you eat, the goodies, the flat earth theory. The Hebrew letter Peh. See this design over here? This is how they come together. When you come up here, you get one part. If I turn this around the other way, okay? If I turn this around the other way, they'll say E and G, G and E. This way it says G and E, but this is the Hebrew letter for Peh. See how this must work? Here might be the center down here, right? Here's the 90-degree dog leg. Here's how they must be encompassed. If I have a circle in the center over here, right? A circle turning this way, turning this way. If I have a circle turning this way, then this one, okay? If I have a circle turning this way, this one, okay, will turn this way. This one will turn this way. This one, they'll all turn this way. My circle in the center is doing this way, then all of my stuff on the outside will turn that way. There's just so many things in here, just so many things. I just can't mention it all. What I do want to mention right now, in fact, I'm probably going to do 25 videos today when I get home later and just do one thing at a time and make them 3 minutes long. We want to go to the highway routes. We want to talk about Celsius and Fahrenheit. 10-10 world. Okay, all 10s, all zeros equals 6. Becomes the 16-16 world. We now have the 256 half memory from the 10-10 world. Celsius and Fahrenheit throwing it against each other. 704 means the 5 position becomes 754, says God of heaven, right inside here. These numbers, 365 days. If you go to bowling, if you count bowling up, 30, 60, 90, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270, 300, you count it backwards. When you get the 5 and 6, the letter E and F, 33 says gold, where it connects together. It also a number that connects inside the moon. When you go to 5-pin bowling, when you get to this area over here, it says ace, 1/2 of ace. Okay, one of the aces, only 1/2 of it. When you get over here, 6 and 5 again. 225, 15 times 15, 3 times 90 is 270. 3/4. If this is 3/4, why is this not 3/4? If this is 3/4, multiply this by 3 or divide it. Becomes 75 or becomes 675 or 67.5, which means if you take a 90-degree angle, right? If you take a 90-degree angle and this is half, you're 3/4 of the way this way, you're 3/4 of the way this way, and then the in-between, that loop is the, I just can't remember exactly what that loop does, but that's the half-life of communicating between two sides. There's just so much paperwork. Here again is the loop. And we talked about this loop because it's the energy going around one way and then the energy going around the other way, speaking twice for the mix. I'm going to be putting these papers away. I don't want to take them out. Again, we have the feet to stand on and we have the system we run, the mug and dovet sideways. Not this way because it only shows 1/2. And look, to finish something, it has to show up on the other half. It's this way. Here's where Venus steps in, up here and down here. Here's your 4 and 6. You see the way they show into the lower regions? Right? They drop into the lower. Remember, if I make a circle on the right and I make a circle on the left, the only thing I have left are 2 eyebrows. That's all I have left, because the circle on the right and the left are using the above and below, so there is not much above and below left. You have to remember, 4 parts is because parts are in between other parts. Now I'm at 20 minutes over here, and I'm not happy with the length of this video, and I'm not happy with a lot of things in this video, because I'm just not. The key, the coming and the going, I'm just looking over some notes here. I really like this one over here, and I've done this before, and this is to do with the Monopoly board. The reason size of the Monopoly board, there's many sizes, and it'll give us different definitions of realities. There's 21 properties, if I remember, but we have to remember the property right here. The go over here and the go to jail here. When you roll the dice 30, getting alternate current 31, you go to jail. 31 is in jail. Go is the number 1 position. This position here and this position here are not attainable. You can only get this position here after you go all the way around the Monopoly board. You must dice 41 to get over here. 41, that's the number into the sun. You cannot get 2. Once you get 2, okay, which is something to do with taxes or the ring, you must dice again. Monopoly, you dice twice. If you get 2 again, you're still before the tracks. You must roll again, otherwise you go straight to jail. You'll end up on Earth. Now you rolled a minimum of 3. You roll 2, 2, and 3, and that gets you to Oriental or Chance on the other side of the tracks. Okay? Everything is built, okay, on numbers for our understanding. For our understanding. I'm not going to show you everything. I'm just going to, I don't know where to bring these equations in, but all these shapes and designs are all equations. This one over here is temperature. More equations. This one relates to us. Okay? 40, 40 equals 2. 40 and 40 is 80. That's communication. In here, the 2020 world, the 420 world, the mind. Add and minus always tens from tens. Tens from numbers. Okay? One of the things is we do not start until the minimum. Okay? Is where 10 is in between 20. Once we have 20, we need 10 in between 20 to start at 30. That is the minimum. That is the minimum. 10 is a number. 20, okay, you have added on an ending to it. There's an ending. Teens are addition to a completion of a number that will go with an ending, 20, 30, 40, 50. When you get to 70, in French, they start to explain it to you as 60 plus 10. At 70, it's 60 and 10. At 80, they now say 4 times 20. When they say 80 in French, they say 4 times 20. When they say 17, 18, and 19, they say 10, 9, 10, 8, 10, 7. Almost like 10 minus 9, 10 minus 8, 10 minus 7, saying 1, 2, 3 is equivalent to 10. And to the 7th gate, 1, 2, 3 becomes 6, 5, and 4, the federation that cuts everything in half. Remember, 2 to the power of 2, 3, and 4, 3 to the power of 2, 3, and 4, and 4 to the power of 2, 3, and 4 is encompassed of 1 to the power 2, 3, and 4, and 5 to the power of 2, 3, and 4. This is the encompass of it. These are surrounding numbers. These are also equations that I won't talk about. When you get to 40, you get to the number in the sun, the number of creation in the heaven, the number in Pluto, all your 40s. 40 and 40 is 80. This is the minus. If I go to the plus, it becomes 112. Okay, it becomes 112 minus 8 becomes 104, is now communication. 10-4, good buddy, I understand you, good buddy. G and B, win Great Britain, win the big red sun, Great Britain. When you get to the Earth number, you get the 50 plus 32, okay, 25, 50 plus 32 is 80, excuse me, we're working backwards, okay, now let's work forwards. 25 and 25 is 50, and 32 is 82, minus 7. From 82 is 75. G and E, we now have the moon inside of 25. The letter Y, we have the division connecting inside the moon. Remember, we must use all the moons and how they work. I'll leave out Jupiter for the creator moon. That moon connects all the other moons. We have 15. This is Mars. How does Mars work? Mars gets 15, and 15 is 30. 30 plus 32 is 62. We now connected 2, 6 to Queen. Remember, 1, 2, and 3 are separate numbers, okay? 1 goes in between 2. This becomes 30, 30, and 32 is 62. Take away 3 equals to 59. EI, EIO. We are now in between the I of the O. It's all confusing. It's very confusing. I use Celsius and Fahrenheit and all the how can I say it? I use all the measurement scales and everything to do with numbers. Wherever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. When you say pelle, okay, and sun, you're saying shovel. You're saying L, you're saying 1/6. When you're saying only 1, okay, only 1, because there's only 1 in 3 and there's 1 in 6. There's 1 in 3 and 1 in 6. To here, over here is 2 and 6 because the opposition to 6, okay, is 1. The opposition to 3 is 4. 4 into 6 leaves me with 2 and 4. 2, 4, and 1. The 9 lives of the bad cat. It's a confusing thing, and I shouldn't even be bringing up certain things. Minus 10 Celsius. Minus 10 and minus 10 is 20. Plus 32. Now you add 20%. When it's minus, you add the 20%. When it's plus degrees, you minus the 20%. Becomes 32 and 20 is minus 10 and minus 10 is minus 20. Plus the 32 equals to plus 12. And 2 equals to 14. The IT system in the sun at 10. 10 fits between 20, and it creates the IT system inside the sun for the communication of 420, because it took 4 areas, 20, to communicate. And this Monopoly board is the 3 areas and 2 areas. The smaller Monopoly board will be 4 areas and 1 area. 1 by 2 in the small board, 2 by 2 in the small board, 1 by 2 in the small board, 3 by 3 in the big board, 2 by 3 in the big board. These are automatics. Their automatics would come out. Now there's tons and tons of stuff. Here's that 66.6 that I began with. Here's your 2 to the power section. Now we're going to use 7 times 2, 7 times 3, 7 times 4. Okay, this is the gun inside the moon, whatever that means. Here's the separation areas. Okay, this area over here. Okay, oh, excuse me, this area over here. Okay, if you notice, okay, here's your 90 degree, right? I use this area over here to come to here and to come to here. The size of this is 18. It starts at 21.6 and it ends at 23.4. 666, 684. 84 is your Pluto. 6 and 6 is your gematria scale. Here's the dividing line. Here's the center of the sun. This here would be your number 6. This here would be your number 8. This would run through the moon. This number would be number 7. You see these two things? Because it runs in between, it automatically shows you the 8. 72 degrees times 5 is 360 equals to 1 part of the Earth. We need 4 times, and we need 1 time because of the area taken out by the sun, or the energy that's in the center. Ball equals 27, 211, 212 inside the ball. Strike equals 192.0189115. These are telling us stories. I'm not going to get into it. Ball, if you add the S and say balls, you now have to add on 68, which is now the communication. 4 times 20 is 80. 4 by 7 is 28. We know it runs through the moon. We add on the S, we have 19. 4 by 10 is 40. 4 by 9 is 36. We got to do it in sections. Anyways, the video is long enough, 30 minutes. I'm going to be leaving the house. If you didn't understand, ask. If you want to bring a scenario together, create an equation. Create the equation for a scenario that'll help us understand something a little bit higher up. Prime numbers, anything, it doesn't matter. There's an equation for everything because we must make things perfect before we tear it apart and find the reasoning between not being perfect, because everything was made to be perfect. Raphael, 7286, in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. We are the one.